All right, that's it. It's over. This is the last time you'll see Angel Reese in a Chicago uniform. With the antics and behavior she pulled off to end the season, she straight up quit on this team during the final 3 games of the season and she refused to play. Flat out refused. And in doing so, she disrespected her teammates and they made sure to fire back. And he let it be known, hold on now. We not gonna be dealing with this kind of crap. So Angel Reese's fan base, the Reese stands, stormed through the arena during the game yelling "Fire Jeff," referring to GM General Manager Jeff Paleka, and the situation is wild. The arena was so empty, you probably could spot a nickel. But you're not selling any tickets out here, so the fans made it crystal clear they want Jeff P gone. And let's be honest, you're never going to see Angel Reese in the Sky jersey again. So look at the fans yelling "Fire Jeff."
Fire Jeff! 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 Fire
I did not expect that.
I didn't either.
That has to feel really bad to hear people say that.
So there you have it, right?
Jeez.
I didn't see him, did you?
He was here earlier, but that has to
So
be tough.
let's lay out how this fell apart. It wasn't a slow burn. It was a five-alarm fire. It all blew up when Angel Reese quit on his team. With the season on the line, she refused to play in the final 3 games. Flat out refused, and this wasn't about an injury or a coach's decision. This was about a player abandoning her post. But then the narrative took a turn because Angel went to the media and criticized her head coach Tyler Marsh, and she took her frustrations public. But in return, the players backed Marsh and the front office up, right? And the whole point is the most pointed fallout came from the teammates because they let it be known that we not going for this nonsense of a behavior. And it wasn't just a frustrated player talking, it was the team's biggest star creating a toxic locker room and then walking away when the going got tough. And this became the spark that lit the fuse lit the fuse on her exit from Chicago. So now the Chicago organization and its players didn't just sit around. They moved on. And while Angel was making her media comments and sitting out, her teammates were rallying. The story became about a fractured team where the young outspoken star had finally crossed the line, and then the rest of the roster just chose a different path. And what about the teammates she supposedly led? They didn't stay silent. Players start speaking up, not to attack Reese directly, but to praise the very people she was undermining. The locker room drew a line in the sand and they made it clear they were standing behind GM Jeff Paleka and head coach Tyler Marsh and each other, but not Angel. And that speaks volumes because this was the proof everyone needed. A team choosing unity in culture over a single disgruntled star like Angel Reese. And just when you thought it couldn't even get any crazier, the season ends and it's time for exit interviews. And the next bombshell dropped because Angel Reese skipped her team exit interview. And this was it. The ultimate act of defiance. When asked about it, the reason given was she had something else to do, quote unquote, and would have to schedule it for another time. So let's pull out the receipts on this one because while Angel has something else to do, her teammates were in the building being professionals and they were very vocal in their interviews and they made it clear they're not rocking with her. Was it a power move, an act of rebellion, or was it just the final confirmation that Angel Reese is on an island on her own, right? And completely disconnected from the woman she shared a locker room with. And it was a scheduling issue born from disrespect, and it was the final straw. So when you look at it, right, it says, Paleka on chance from last night, hearing those things is not ideal. I pour my heart out and soul into this job, and I lose sleep over the losing. If anyone is going to take the bullets, I'd rather me over our head coach or our players. And then Paleka on fan frustration. I'm also appreciative that we have passionate fans that want to see winning. We feel the same. I have a full support from ownership, and we have great conversations. There's a lot of mutual respect there, and I have all the respect in the world for Tyler. I think he's the guy for the job. Continued. I am going to keep pouring my heart and soul into it, and we're going to get this right. Paleka on the roster changes for 2026. Sorry, family. Let me go back. On the roster for 2026. We're going to make changes. We absolutely need to improve the roster. We are committed to getting back to a place where we are competing with the best teams in the league. Paleka on Tyler Marsh's performance this season. I think he's one of the brightest young coaches in the league. We don't always agree, but he's somebody I have a lot of respect for, and I'm glad he's in the seat he's in. Right? So that's what the GM had to say about Tyler Marsh and the players and the roster and the chance. Now, this is the teammates. Allen on Marsh. The way that he is very level, he's a coach that doesn't get too high or too low. He leads with kindness and respect for each player. He never wavered from it. He's one of the best coaches I've been around in ATOs. Van Leaf, Haley Van Leaf, as we know, the rookie. She says, just being able to navigate hard things, I had a certain level of confidence in being able to do that. There's not too much that will take me out. I'm always going to put up a fight. That's something I'm proud of. And then when we go down and it says, the biggest thing for me, well, this is Van Liff. The biggest thing for me is figuring out what state my body needs to be in to be successful in the WNBA, whether that's gaining muscle, losing fat, being in ultimate shape, working on the skill set, things will become a lot easier. All right. So then she said on coach, I want to get to Van Leaf, right? On Van Liff on let me see. When it comes to the team, right? Because these were the interviews with Rebecca Allen, Haley Van Leff, Elizabeth Williams, Camila Cadorso, you name it. So when it came to um the teammates defending the coaches, here go Rebecca Allen on Marsh. The way that he is very I already said that one. Sorry, family. Let me go down because I want to get the other players that spoke about the coaches, right? So there's Van Liff, Cadorso. Here we go. Let's look at Camila Cadorso. This season didn't go what we expected. To have a coach like Tyler was amazing. I love the way he fought for us. He never gave up on us on things to work on this offseason. Just being more confident in the perimeter and defense. So that's Camila Cardoso speaking. So then we have Williams, right? On her interest in coming back to Chicago. I don't really close any doors. We have our exit in interviews about changes I want to see and what we've done well. And then she goes on to Tyler Marsh. I thought Tyler has done a great job. He's excellent on the board. I thought he was really consistent with us about goals and expectations. I really enjoyed Tyler. So now, and that's Williams. So we got Cardoso, Williams, and look, man, you can't make it. Here goes Banham on Marsh. The communication I had with him was really good. Having an open communication was really good, especially as a PG. He's a teacher. He wants to talk to the game. I think he can use his voice even more. There's a lot of power in the stuff that he says. So that's my point. A lot of individuals, a lot of the players, besides Angel Reese, are really look on Marsh. When I think about Tyler, I think about his consistent belief in supporting us. We know he cared about us more than just as players and us as human beings. He's a great X's and O's guy. Right? So here goes that's really all of the positive things that's being said, right? Let me see if I can find Haley Van Leaf. Let me see. On Coach Simon and Johnson. They meant everything to me. I just want to work. I could be in the gym every day if they let me. They brought energy in my workouts. We built a great friendship. They brought joy to my days. And there you have it, folks. So I wanted to point out the points that they are standing up for Coach Tyler Marsh, and they're standing up for GM Jeff Paleka, right? And nothing but good words, nothing but good words. Um, you love to see it. And what I really want to get to is like, look, we are only halfway through untangling this web. And if you're tired of the spin and you're here for what really went down in the locker room, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. You won't want to miss the deep dives into the biggest stories in sports. And this brings us to the main event, right? You guys already heard me talk about the exit interviews with Angel Reese teammates supposedly had her back. The truth is they exposed her by saying nothing at all about Angel Reese. And not one single player mentioned Angel Reese positively in any of these interviews. Not one, as we have been scrolling through them on X, formerly known as Twitter. And the short answer is the locker room has moved on. Becca Allen, Haley Van Lith, Rachel Banham, all of them praised Coach Marsh, the culture, and the direction of the team. They brought up how much they love working with Marsh and how solid Jeff P is. And the contrast is obvious. You even had players like Van Lith praising Rachel Banham and Ariel Atkins, right? As you guys can see right here. She praised, and this is what it says. Rachel and Ariel were huge for me. We connected in different ways. With each of them, they knew my position and what it's like to play my position. The bounce ideas off of them voiced my frustration. I got to watch them a lot. They all gave advice, right? So she even praised um Rachel and Rachel Banham and Ariel Atkins. Two players reached through under the bus earlier, and Van Lift said those players helped her, right? Give her advice and grow, as I just read. And Reese was publicly disrespecting them. Her teammates were lifting them up, and that should tell you everything you need to know. So if the teammates weren't supporting her, what about management? Is the front office fed up? Well, general manager Jeff Pelega and coach Tyler Marsh have the full support of the team, and that's what matters. So while Angel Reese's stands were in the half empty arena chanting, "Fire Jeff! Fire Jeff!" The actual players on the roster were in the exit interviews praising him. And the fans in the arena had a different target, but the locker room has made its choice. They are standing with Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh, and the players' public backing of the front office and coaching staff completely undercuts the narratives that management is the problem. Those are not the actions of a team in chaos. Those are the actions of a roster that has picking its side. And Angel isn't on it. The coach and the GM have the support of the team, and Angel is on the outside looking in. So if there was no team-wide support and the players are backing the GM, why did this happen? The truth is, Angel Reese is a huge star, but she isolated herself. The antics, the ignorant behavior, the unnecessary behavior, the irrational behavior of hers, she pulled to end the season were a bridge too far. And the reality is this: Angel Reese is a fiercely competitive player who voiced her frustration publicly, then quit on her team. Her teammates responded by closing ranks and supporting their coach in the front office. And the leap from the leap from internal team conflict to a star player being completely ostracized was made by Angel herself. Angel Reese is alone on her own island of infatuation with herself, like her stuff don't stink. And the story isn't that her teammates weren't want her gone. The story is that her teammates, the coach, and the GM have already moved on. That chapter is closed. They cannot move forward with her. So let's circle back to what I'm going to call is the necessary defining title of this thing. Angel Reese's teammate exposed her in these exit interviews. They weren't her gone. And as we seen from the receipts, that's exactly what happened. Not with loud accusations, but with the deafening silence towards her and loud praise for everyone else. There was no grand portrayal from them. There was a quiet confirmation. The betrayal came when Angel quit on her team. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But I want to know you guys because I want to leave with a real question. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Do you think Angel Reese was in the wrong? Or do you blame the front office? Either way, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. On that note, family, peace.